Greetings everyone, Joseph James here with the Nightly Newsletter. It's January 12th, 2010. Let's do our live trade room recap. Before we talk about the trades we took today, let's take a look at what our totals look like. 760 USD in the account today. We took 4 total trades. 2 of them were scratches, 2 of them were winners. And of course, we'll go over a lot more of that here as we move through. Obviously, coming off such a big week finishing up the year, we'd love to see, of course, a nice big winning day today. Our 120-day average is just shy of $700 a day on only 4 contracts. And let's talk about what the most important thing was today. Now, we open up the trade room 7:45 a.m. and what do we see today? Another sleepy, sluggish market waiting for that catalyst, right? Something such as a news event or something to happen here at the new year to get these markets kicked into gear. Now, we talked a lot about today how to stay focused. Right, and the most important thing I think that we learned today was there's no sleeping on the job, right? We got to be prepared, stay focused, because the market will surprise you. In fact, our 4th and final trade today was one of those trades. Well, just when we think, right, we can kind of close up shop, crude oil starts to move and we get a wonderful trade pattern we made over $600 on. One of the biggest challenges is going to be right here within us. Guys, today was a wonderful day in the sense that for all of the guests in the room today, all the people who showed up for our 3-week trial, you guys get a good dose of a very challenging day. Slow, sluggish, narrow trading ranges, not really much going on. It's days like today that take back all the money that we make in high volume trending days. The first job today was to identify the correct state of the market, right? Slow, sideways, low volume. How do we know that? Red paste of the tape, flat trigger lines. Right? Double tops, double bottoms, but what else? What do we talk about today? It was the filtered time and sales window. Where are the big money traders? Okay, so we're looking at that right when we open up our charts, and we've easily identified this as being the type of day that we really want to be patient. That's why I said no sleeping on the job, right? Because the markets are going to open up opportunities, and we need to be ready, willing, and able to capitalize. Now, of course, we got our day off kind of a tough start. Like I said, it was a pretty slow morning. We took 2 trades, both of which were scratches, but they were excellent examples this morning at, first of all, how to use your rules to get in, and then second of all, how to use your rules to get out. We watched as momentum confirmed, as the volume picked up, and we pulled the trigger. We then watched as the price went nowhere, and we saw, of course, momentum curl against us, the MACD curl against us, and we had red paste of the tape. Great learning experience today, and I'm happy that all of our guests and our members were able to see this today, because today was a good example of you've got to be aggressive with your defense and don't be afraid to follow those rules. We know exactly what we're looking for to get into a trade, so why do we always find ways or find excuses to stay in that trade? You wouldn't stay on a bus if it wasn't moving anywhere. There's no way of getting where you're trying to go. Well, if we see the market not moving in our direction or not moving at all, guys, it's very easy for us to simply follow our rules. It's a simple checklist. And here, of course, our first trade of the day was a great example of that. Almost half past the hour of 10 o'clock here, 10:26 on the gold. This is a breaker pattern long. Now, as you guys know, a breaker pattern long is a trend continuation pattern. So, of course, we have our short-term trend here was up. Right, short-term trend here was up. We marked up our swing high here automatically at 53.2. So 3.2 was our swing high. And, of course, we entered above that 3.2. Of course, again, momentum pointing up. Speed of the tape increasing. Lots of big buyers on our filter time and sales window. But then what happened? We get into the market. We start watching and nothing happens. So before long, I'm now looking for a reason to get out of this market. So what I'm looking for is 3 specific things, right? Momentum curled against me. The MACD curled against me. And of course, don't forget, we had red decreasing pace of tape. Now, when I see those, what do? I know at that point now there's my reason to get out. So I look for the closest place to my entry. Now, in this case, both of these trades gave us kind of a gift from the trading gods, so to speak, because it went a couple ticks against us, but then went back above the point of entry. So when I see price go back above the point of entry, but all my indicators are telling me be careful out there, I move my stop from 6 ticks back up to entry point, and then I wait. Now, we didn't have any ability to make any profit on this one because once I moved the stop up, it quickly then stopped me out. But the bottom line is, as you can see here, right, we've got the market, of course, curled right back over and would have easily stopped us out if we didn't know what we were looking for, but most importantly, if we didn't have the confidence to pull the trigger to get in, and then the same confidence to know when to get out and how. So once again, kudos to all of our guests and our members today that took advantage of this first trade, but then had the wherewithal to know what to do next. So, of course, our first trade here on the gold, nothing in, nothing out. Let's keep moving. Next up on crude oil, only about a half an hour later here, 10:51, CL is the symbol, guys, another breaker pattern long. Now, another great example of we looked for all of our rules to line up. We waited for the confirmation trigger from the market. We took the trade according to our rules. And then just like we had the confidence and the wherewithal to take the trade, we quickly saw nothing going on, no follow through, not much interest above this 81.55 level here. And before long, we saw the MACD curl. Momentum, of course, curled against us, and we saw the red paste of a tape. So momentum being up here, of course, we trade with the short-term trend, breaking above this swing high, just above 81.52. And of course, once we took the trade, we saw the indicators we're looking for curl against us, and we had the confidence to get out. Again, another example of how we're not just simply going to flatten our position. We're going to move our stop up to our point of entry in hopes, of course, that the buyers might jump in and push this thing towards our first target. Not much going on, of course, this time, but nonetheless, we don't want to flatten our position automatically. We want to simply manage our stop. Look for the best way to get out of that trade. If you guys want more information about how to finesse or how to get yourself out of a losing trade, right, make sure to come out and join us tomorrow morning in live trade room, and I'll tell you guys exactly how. Now at 11:13 here on the gold, this is a breaker pattern short. So short-term trend was down. We mark up our swing low here at 48.7, and then we break below that swing low. Entry here at 48.5, right? A couple ticks below that 48.7 swing low. 48.5 was the entry. We took our first target at 4 ticks. Our second target at, moved our stop down to our point of entry, -1 tick. And as you can see, filled our first target, then got a bounce back up. Of course, stopping us out at entry -1. So we take 2 off at 4, 2 off at 1. That totals 10 ticks or 100 USD. Let's keep moving. Now our final trade of the day was kind of a lucky trade, but as I said to you guys in the room this morning, right? What is luck? Luck favors the prepared. We work very hard to be prepared for what's coming out, and then because we were prepared, we were in a position to take advantage of this trade. Now this is one of those great examples of why we love trading crude, because sometimes this thing will really run. Now 11:26, this is our final trade of the day here on crude, symbol CL. We of course have another breaker pattern long. We mark up our swing high here at 71. Then of course, once we break above that swing high, right, there's our entry. Now this one was a pretty phenomenal trade here because we knew to get in above 71, but we didn't know what was coming our way. Once we saw those big buyers step in to give us confirmation to take this trade, guys, above 71 there, well, we immediately saw the rest of the buyers jump in. It blew right through my first target and ended up actually filling my first and second target at 15 ticks. So $150 on the first 3 contracts, and then it filled my third and final target before I could really even react. So 21 ticks as well, totaling 66 ticks, guys, or $660 USD, of course, on only 4 contracts on the crude. So to wrap up, guys, our patience, our discipline, and of course we identified the market properly, so we knew exactly what we had to wait for today. And as you can see, guys, it all paid off. 76 ticks total, or $760 on only 4 trades. Only 2 of them actually made us money. I want you guys to really see this though, because at the end of the day, it was knowing how to get out of those first 2 potential losses that enabled me to have the confidence to take the trades at the end of the morning. So a great example here, guys, of just how important it is to know what you're looking for and have the confidence to get out of those trades early, because you're going to save that confidence to keep trading later on. Let's recap. Let's prep for tomorrow. Wednesday, January 13th, 2010. Hopefully, I'll be over this darn cold by then. 8:20 gold and currencies open up. 9 o'clock crude oil opens up. 9:30 U.S. open. 10:30 tomorrow, we have our crude oil inventories. You want to be here for that, ladies and gents. 11 o'clock, we will transition to lunch. And of course, tomorrow, Wednesday, we have our members training. Don't want to miss that. Let's recap. Our trade room opens up 7:45 a.m. Eastern time tomorrow, guys. Don't forget, if you're watching this video on our YouTube page, right below the video in the description, you'll see 2 links. One for the 12-month track record. The second, to register for our free 3-week trial. Don't forget, guys, on Tuesdays and Thursdays, free webinars at 11:30 in our live trade room. The beginner's course is highly recommended for free trial members because it gives you all of our setups and our entry rules. And don't forget, guys, another price increase coming the end of January 2010. We're having a great time in our live trade room. Hope to see you guys back here tomorrow morning, 7:45. My name is Joseph James. Bye-bye for now.